Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another video. And today we're finally going to review the Playmates Toys Godzilla vs. Kong Godzilla with Radio Tower. Now, of course, originally I was going to do, these toy reviews for during March because that's when the new movie comes out. It comes out on March 31st. But I was thinking, you know what, starting a little earlier with these reviews, it's not a bad idea. So I was like, you know what, let's get a head start, right? Let's just do this, right? Now, of course, as we all know, sort of the situation with the film, it was supposed to come out last year, but then it got delayed, not just because of the pandemic, but for other reasons as well. But I rather not get into them, but only because I want to focus everything on the figure right here. These toys did came out last year, four of them to be exact, right? So before we get to that, let me show you the box, right? So this is the sort of open packaging that the figure comes in, right? It's a really nice box, right? You got that very nice bright orange thing kind of going on. You got the logo. And of course, you got the name right there. You got Godzilla with Radio Tower. You got a little picture. Now, it's pretty obvious that, the tail comes unattached when you buy the figure, right? Obviously, you would have to attach the tail. As you can see right here at the bottom, it says attach tail as shown. Of course, a little assembly required. Now, of course, let's take a nice quick little look at the back of the box. You get a nice little description right there of the figure. He looks really nice. The only thing I do want to point out is that it's just a little tiny bit of false advertisement with the eyes, because as you guys, would see, the actual figure itself does not have blue eyes. He actually has orange eyes. It's not really a complaint. I just thought I'd kind of point that out because the variants for this figure, the Godzilla with Heat Ray, does have the blue eyes. So it's quite interesting, right? So, of course, four figures came out. Godzilla with Heat Ray, Skullcrawler with Heave, Kong with Battle Axe, and, of course, the one we're reviewing today. Warbat and Kong with fighter jet supposed to be out, but they are still currently not in Walmart stores, so we just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. So of course, without further ado, let's get right into the figure. The painting and sculpting on this figure is surprisingly good. It really does look like a nice, genuine Godzilla figure. It's really neat, and it definitely matches how he looks in the film. Now, most of the figure is made of a sort of hard plastic, kind of, but the spines on his back is made of a more soft rubbery material. As you can see, I could kind of move it around, mostly at the tip though. I can't really move the whole fin, but you get the idea, right? As you can see how they just kind of placed it right on his back right there. It goes all the way. Here's a nice little look at his tail. He has a really long tail. Well, not super long, but it's pretty long, It's really good all in all. It's a really nice sculpt, honestly. I love all the details of like the bumps that he has right here. And we get, we look right here at the toes. The hands. We also look at the little chest area and all. We're looking right in his face. As you can see right here. It's really nice all in all, This figure is around like sort of the 5-inch scale too, so it's decently sized as well. And of course, you got the bottom of the feet, of course. If it says 2020 because that's when the figures came out. As for the paint job is also pretty good for the most part, though. You might not be able to see it too well, but he does got some grays kind of going on. Some nice little hidden detail. That's pretty good that they kept with that. See, like, sort of the blue, the nice bright sky blue you got here kind of like fades into the tail right here. I really do love that. And of course, the toenails are also painted. They're painted gray. Same goes for the fingernails. You can't really tell, obviously, but you could see little, let me see, a little, if I could get the camera to focus, you could kind of see the fingernails too are also painted. The Only thing I do have to complain about is the face, obviously. The face is kind of the sort of bummer here, where he got those weird kind of goofy eyes going on, and you also got the teeth that isn't really like properly painted, which mine is not a defect. A lot of them are like this, so that's kind of the only bad thing, but at least he looks nice for the most part. So it's sort of a minor complaint, but it is kind of annoying because it's not just on mines, but a lot of them are like that. So, of course, let's get to the articulation. This figure has 7 points of articulation. He can move right at the arms. He can't do like a full 360, obviously, because of the body, but that's fine. He also got the little jaw. The legs can move. The tail can also move it's on a ball joint. What's really nice is that with the way that the tail's positioned, you could do like a sort of like, like a nice little tail swing. It's just smacking Kong. It's pretty cool. The only weird thing, though, is that the head, it does move a little bit, but not that much, as you can see. So I don't suggest moving it all the way. Same goes with the toes. The feet look like they can move, but they really can't, so I don't really count that. It's better not to kind of break the figure and all, so I rather just leave it like that. But, of course, this figure does come with an accessory, and that accessory is, of course, the radio tower. It's very nice looking. I like the red paint that they did here. The figure is also made of a sort of rubbery kind of plastic, though. It's not hard or anything like that. It's not fragile or anything. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, sorry, that's my dog barking. The only thing is he can hold it. He holds it perfectly now, but during playtime, yeah, he really does not hold it that well. If you wanted to, you can kind of, I guess, yeah, so it is kind of a bummer that he can't really like hold it completely, right? Also, the box does show that he could hold it on his other hand. He could kind of hold it. He's just, yeah, it's still a success. It's just, yeah, he can't really hold it that well. I mean, I'm not upset because to me, personally, Godzilla, he's always been more of a kind of pick up and throw type of guy. I don't think he's ever really been the type to kind of really hold something properly. So I'm not upset or anything because it is still pretty nice accessory to have, for him to just kind of like destroy stuff and all that. So I think it's still good despite the little minor thing going on. But this figure also has an action feature. Yes, he does. You see the way that his chest is positioned right there? Let me show you a little something, right? He has battle damage. Now, all these figures have that, right? They have the action feature with the battle damage where, oh man, yes, like you could just see like the gruesome detail right there. Poor Godzilla getting slashed right in his chest. It's pretty gross too. This piece is also separate in the packaging, so and when you put it back on, it's not difficult, but kind of just gotta push it in there. It fits in pretty nice, blends in well. So it is, a lot of people say that it's kind of a stupid gimmick, but I actually really like it though. It gives you more possibilities for how you want to, pose your figure. Do you want him with his chest all messed up or not? It's neat for the most part. It's definitely, interesting for the kids, but not for the adults. You know what I mean? The chest is also painted, red here. You do got the ribs that are not painted, but that's fine. It's still very gruesome at that, all in all, though, it's still a really good figure, And, of course, before we end the video, let's do some comparisons, right? I also have the Godzilla with Heat Ray right here. This is going to be the next figure I'm going to review. You also got Kong, who's Battle Axe. And last, but certainly not least, the Skull Crawler, who, man, I cannot get these figures into frame. That's why these reviews kind of take so long because of, this. Okay, now get out of here. So, yep, that was the review of Godzilla with Radio Tower. All in all, I'll give the figure maybe like a 9 out of 10. It's a really good figure with, a few mistakes here and there. But all honestly, I think it's still pretty worth it. It's a really nice figure, So, I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to review Godzilla with Heat Ray next. And, yeah, if you guys like what you saw, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.